Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Queen's Wish. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're chose to join me today as we go into a new area of the Vol. We're going into the more difficult areas of the Vol. I think we are. And we passed this place. We have gone through the Thabalen Pass. There's people over here. There's a small camp of merchants just outside the Tabulhen gates. The Vol have provided walls and safe spaces to rest for their traders. The merchants invite you to join them. After some friendly conversation, they try, with typical Vol efficiency, to sell you some building supplies. That's not efficiency. Selling is... you're not producing, you're selling. Do you have any Owen? I'm gonna ask. And they shake their heads. This caravan is all free Vol, neither Owen nor Masha. And I have said what I have to say about that. Sadly, in this chaotic time, that isn't enough to keep them safe. I would assume it isn't. Let's trade news. You exchange news, but you learn very little. The merchants are hiding on the west side of the fortress because the east side is so dangerous. The rebellion rages on. No area east of these mountains is safe from Owen raiders. None of them can get to this side, though. Really? Okay, let's trade with them, then. And they have wood and stone. Well, I suppose that's that. Farewell. And I shall depart. Where are we going? We need to go to Tachbelen. And, also, that was basically it, wasn't it? That was, yeah, that was basically... Also, no, let's go south. Let's go south, because that, you know, that's the mission that we're doing, because we still haven't been to Vitasa, so we're probably going to get our butts handed to us in a very speedy fashion. You are close to the capital city of the Vol. The massive walls of the city of Tachbelen loom ahead of you. The spires of their palace poke above the walls. Even to your jaded eyes, it is a glorious sight. Why are my eyes jaded? Who am I? I'm not... Why... I don't know why my eyes are jaded, but apparently they are. Alas, the poor South Battalion would not be able to, without a lot of help, break these walls. Right now, this is a place for diplomacy. Here you can shop for allies. Haven doesn't take over vassals. It buys them. I suppose. There's an old, withered, irritable stonemason sitting on by this fire. When you get close, she takes a sip of some bitter herbal brew and looks you over. I'm Kellis, but I imagine you knew that? I'm glad you do imagine that. You're waiting for me? Well, someone from Haven, we have your order waiting for you. Our order? 5 loads dressed building stone. Ordered and paid for 35 years ago. Never collected. You fled the Vol without getting it. Really? 35 years ago? And you still have it for me? Of course, it's probably all rotted, because stone is not, you know, it's complicated. It's not, well, especially if it's sandstone. I don't know what kind of stone they have, but anyway. Of course, we at the Vol have honor. Also stone. We pay our debts. We do whatever we have to do to pay debts, including Owen. Yeah, you do indeed do, Owen. It is our proud way, she says, as not an Owen. You note that no Owen are working here. However, says the narrator. So I can just have all that stone? Yes, if you collect it, I'm not shipping it myself. What are you drinking? My tea. It smells far from unpleasant. So what? Far more unpleasant than tea, but you don't say anything. Is this one of the world's... Does this world not have multiple smells of tea? Because tea, while it is originally just one taste, because it's tea leaves, there are multiple tastes of tea now. And I think even throughout history, like for the last millennium, there have been multiple tastes of tea. Anyway, I'll send someone to collect the stone. You haven't rebuilt Crossing Keep, have you? That's the only place in the Vol you could easily carry that much stone to. I'll be going now. Alright, best of luck deciding our future for us. I am sure I will be doing such things as the ones you are claiming I will be doing. Can I talk to you? The roads around Tachbelen are heavily guarded. They are watching for spies, infiltrators, Owen raiders, or anyone who wants to take advantage of the chaos. You immediately get their full attention. They are entirely friendly and servile. They would be massively punished if they did anything to anger the honored envoy of Haven. They give you directions to Tachblen and strongly suggest that you stay on the road. Yeah, but I want to talk to all of you. Hi, can I talk to you? I can't? Stop. All of the most fertile lands of the Vol are along the coast. Most of the people working them are Owen. The wealthy lords of the coast have found many ways to drive free folk into debt and bind them into servitude. Okay, yeah, you okay. Disregard my criticisms of the, not criticisms, I suppose, but, you know, my commentaries about how the system here of the Owen is done on purpose to make them enslaved. The game is actually putting that, you know, black on white right now. It's, yeah. They found many ways to drive them into debt and bind them into servitude. Also, bind them into servitude. The game is not making it any easier to pretend that they're not slaves. Let's just put it like that. The Owen do their best to avoid you as you pass. No doubt, if they tried to talk to you, their owners would not be pleased. Yes, I am sure they wouldn't, or their owners would. Can you just now? Shoo. What do we have? We have a watchtower over here. People who don't talk. And we should probably go. That's probably my keep. Let's go there. I mean, I'm still gonna stick to the left, try to sort of do the left way around, and then we'll do things on our way back. There's probably more people. Tachbelen to the north, Crossing Keep to the south, and you know what? Probably should do the Crossing Keep before doing the other mission. Excuse me. Hi. Years of war have left the farmers farther from the city in a condition of perpetual panic. As soon as you come within sight, they vanish into their crops. Not into their houses, interestingly enough. You find a small group of Masha guards. They are far from the safety of Tachbelen and understandably nervous. They greet you and give you a space by their fire. Also, I should point out that it's Masha guards, which if you were to take the game at its face, or at face value, means that these guards own Owen. Because there's people going around, oh, I'm not Owen or Masha. Yeah, and these are Masha guards. How does that work? That means that these guards own Owen. They don't. They work for Masha. But that's not what... I suppose you could say that's probably what it... I don't know. That may be what it means. They greet you and give you a space by their fire. They warn you that there is a band of Owen rebels just across the river to the south, and they have been placed there to keep watch, or here to keep watch. They explain that the land technically belongs to Haven, and their orders are not to chase Owen into it. You thank them for the information and move on. There's not a bridge over that way. So let's see if we can meet these Owen. And hopefully things don't go like the last time we met Owen, where they attacked me. You see a cloud of dust in the distance. You try to stealthily maneuver forward and see what is going on. There is a chase. A band of Masha soldiers are chasing Owen rebels across the sandy soil, leaving a cloud of dust as they run. The Owen are rapidly running out of energy. The Masha will catch them soon, and I'm gonna help the Owen. You charge forward, rushing the Masha on their flank. They're completely surprised, seeing that they have unexpected assistance. The Owen turn and fight. And, apparently they're all called Vol, and these are controllers. Which apparently means that they're slaves? Sure, that's what that means. Okay, so I'm gonna move you forward. I'm gonna do the Battle Frenzy, so we're as fast as possible. I don't know what that was, actually. Haste, okay. And then you go next. I really can't wait until, what's her name? Anna, starts doing things. Let's see, so I want you all to die, please, very fast. An evasion. Thanks. Okay. Maybe that's what the controllers are there for. Oh, we're gonna die. Are you kidding me? Bull rushing there. Of course. Right in there. And we can't do a bull rush here. We can't do much stuff, in fact. I have Haven's Mercy. That can save him. Let's go ahead and do that. There we go. It's a bit pointless, but, well, it is what it is. It was pointless. I just didn't know when things were going to happen. Oh, you're stunned. Of course you're stunned. And finally you go. My God, Anna, you're terrible at this. Okay. We're going to do things. Don't worry about it. Do that. That archer over there is not going to get poisoned. Good call. Critical on Mario. Such is life. If I could kill you, that'd be fantastic. Probably won't be able to kill you. Stun over there. A sneeze. Everybody gets poisoned again. More sneezes. Poison back there. Good stuff. And then you, I want you in here. So I can do Whirlwind. A little bit of bacon. That was Mario losing his stun. And now we have more poison for everybody. Ah, lovely. Okay. Yeah, this is a difficult fight. Kill. Kill. Evasion. Mario gets evasion as well. Critical there. You might die. So let's attack you here for 9 damage. That's not a whole lot. Yeah, you did die, although that was a little bit wasted because they had poison already. That's an evasion. And now Mario should have moved over here. If I moved over there, I'd have been able to hit that one. Let's pretend that he evaded. Okay, a little bit of poison there. That should be a kill. That might not be a kill there. It is a kill now. It was going to be a kill. And that evasion is useless. And we had a little bit of a stun, I think. Right? On Jeff or something. I didn't pay attention. 15. These archers are bad. Yeah, thanks for that. It doesn't matter, but... Murder. Murder! There we go. The Owen are enormously grateful for your help. Thanks. We thought they had us for sure. They head back towards their base, assuring you that their leaders will learn how you helped. I hope they do. Because that cost me a little bit. I mean, of energy and whatnot. Is this their base? Or is this my base? Somebody's base. There's a band of Owen Raiders here. They're very bold to be so close to Tahpolen. Then again, they are also very close to Old Haven Fort to the south. When you come close, they grab their weapons and guard their stone barricade. Their leader says, I'm Ryer, and this is free land. What do you want, Havenite? I want to know more about you. Well, we are free Owen, and we want all the others to be free too. This was Haven's land, but we're claiming it now. Stay back. Shouldn't you have permission to settle on our land, though? Then you should give us permission to use it. You abandoned it before we were born, and we're in our rights to grab it. We're in the right. Yeah, let's talk about you being here. Ryer nods. You're from Haven, eh? Well, we're fighting for freedom here. The Masha won't attack us when we're on this land, because they don't want to anger Haven. They think this is our land, even if it's not. Sorry, they think this is your land, even if it's not. We need to watch the enemy from here, and we're not going. Yeah, it's alright for you to stay here. Ryer is shocked. She isn't sure how anything could ever improve. Really? That's good news. We fight for freedom. The Masha will never stop until we are all slaves. I hope you remember that our cause is true and just. You depart, and they return to watching their enemy. Well, you watch your enemy, good, because I am out of here. I really want my fort. That choice really has no consequence. I mean, apart from the consequence that NPCs will see me as, or, you know, the reputational consequences rather than actual. It's not, you know what I mean? It's like, it doesn't matter if they're there or not. You are close to the ruins of Crossing Keep, one of Haven's 7 outposts on Sacramentum. The fort spans a river, providing a safe port for merchant ships. This was once a major center of trade and thus gold for Haven. Now this ruin is ready to be rebuilt, sending its gold where it should be sent, to you. Happily, General Aquila has already paved the way. I wonder how much gold I'm gonna get considering there's a freaking war on. But whatever. You see the fires of Haven soldiers on the north side of the fort. The Vol signed a treaty giving this land to Haven. Your mother's ships have dropped off soldiers, workers, and materials. All they need is the command to get to work. They're lazy bums, what they are. They need me to show up and be like, why aren't you working? You approach a band of workers, some Haven and some Vol, who are camped outside Crossing Keep. They're waiting for the order to begin work. They tell you to go to the middle camp and talk to Chief Gansky. Excuse me. Hi. You're not... Okay. Middle camp, then. It's this one, middle camp? Middle camp? Sure. You approach the band of workers, and it's the same the dialogue as before. You approach this camp, the middle camp. There's a bunch of Haven workers sitting by the fire, fanning themselves to keep cool. The moist breeze from the ocean doesn't give much relief from the Vol heat. When you get close, a young Havenite leaps to her feet. She's vibrating with energy. She runs forward and kneels at the same time, which is complicated to do, but her animation just sort of bugs out, and that's why she does that. Skidding to a stop in the dust in front of you. That's how I imagine it would be. She says, I'm Chief Lisa Gansky. We're ready to work. Give the order, and we will rebuild Crossing Keep. How did you get here? General Aquila had a boat drop us here. We sailed by Tablan. The Masha waved at us, and we went by. They like Haven. I need you to tell us if we like them back. No, we don't. We want to kill them all in the face. What is the option? What will the Vol think of us rebuilding this fort? Or I give the order, get to work, don't do anything else. Okay, well, I think that commentary doesn't matter. Yeah, what will they think of us rebuilding the fort? It depends on which Vol you ask. The Owen are scared that we'll crush their rebellion and make them all slaves again. The Mashas want us to win their war for them, she shrugs. You make the hard decisions. I just follow orders. Okay, get to work then. Chief Gansky turns and starts shouting. The order is given! Move into the fort. We sleep under a roof tonight. The sweaty soldiers and craftsfolk rise to their feet with a cheer. Well, it's a good thing that you all been waiting here to do a job that takes you one day. Apparently. Then they flood into Crossing Keep. You can now collect resources from mines you control in this region. You can now rebuild Vol characters in your fort. When you rebuild 2 forts in a country, the theft chance there goes up by 20%. It goes up by 20%. I'm not really sure what happened with the theft chance there, but also because what the heck is a theft chance? I think it's because of it's the money that you get out of every bits and whatnot. There's a lot of guards in here. There's a lot more guards than in the other places. Can I just get through? Thank you so much. And the game saved and whatnot. So doing the good things there. Let's just move around a bit. It's kind of difficult to move around. Okay. This is all places to build things in. Things that we cannot build because we don't have the iron. Always the iron, I keep telling you. Let's look at our other things. Maxed out wood, maxed out stone, maxed out everything. Holy crap, that means we might be able to build... We should probably go back home and see what the teleporter is for. That is a little bit weird that... Like, this. This is a little bit weird. So, Haven Report, we're generating this. This is another. And this is another. Okay, so we're generating 6 iron. But we use up 8. This is the only one that matters, as it turns out. Excuse me. So we're losing... Excuse me. So we're losing 45 gold, basically, to buy these. Is that the only thing? Yep, this is our current setup. Or did it say 40 gold at the bottom? I don't know. But we're good. We're perfectly good. Porty, Roofies, John Alvord. That's one of those doesn't belong. One of those very weirdly out of place. So we have 2 things, the Quartermaster and the Keep Main Hall. Let's not go to the Keep Main Hall right now, though. I just want to inspect all of the places. Got some soldiers up here and whatnot. Let's go to the Quartermaster. I see where the Quartermaster is supposed to be. Trader Cillian. The quartermaster of Crossing Keep is sitting at the docks, cataloging boxes of supplies. An occasional small boat sails up the river, bringing supplies to trade from nearby quarries and farms. Your soldiers trade fiercely to get your fort everything it needs. Still, you get his immediate attention. Welcome, Prince. I'm Quartermaster Cillian. This is a great honor. I'm doing my best here, but if you have any extra directions, I will... directions? I will get you what you need. I think instructions is the word that you are looking for, sir. Tell me about yourself. I am a humble quartermaster. The Queen selected Chief Gansky to come here, and she brought me along. A great honor. Sacramentum is a glorious project. A project? What is this? Are we like, what, a startup or something? What is this? What are you talking about, the project? Shut up. It's a... What is wrong with you? I could use some, use rest and supplies. We expected that. We set up a bedroom for you upstairs in the main hall across the river. As for equipment, we have nothing better than what you already have. You expected that already. Which is actually kind of strange, because... You can make the armories and whatnot. So tell me about yourself. I'm a... I want to exchange resources. I can relieve you of any excess materials you have. You can get gold for your excess iron and quicksilver. I can also use my contacts to trade wood, iron, and quicksilver for good vol stone. You can exchange resources from other nations here. You can get rid of anything you have more than 10 of. Interesting. Very interesting. We will collect the quicksilver from Fort Haven. I'm afraid our budget for that has run out today, because I sold all the things. That is interesting. It's the first fort of this type that we found, so it's only natural that it's only natural that we're that we did this, that we haven't seen it yet, because it's the first fort. Oh, it actually produces 1 iron. That's good. Oh, that's pretty good. And there's quarries and all that sort of stuff, which of course is where I want to go. But we want to talk to the leaders around here, just in case they have missions and all that sort of stuff. So we got Porty, Roofies, and John Alvord. Or Alvord. Let's look around a little bit. We got a thing over here that is... Scroll of Mercy. Sure. I mean, it's not my favorite. But I don't use those anyway. I have them in the other thing. We got some Havenites going around. We got Chief Gansky over here. The Queen favors the Vol, she says. Does she? She certainly doesn't favor me. Oh, I'll read you. And we got Sage Alaya. And, of course, we have some things to read. Let's look around a little bit more before I read that. And definitely don't ramble about anything. Hopefully not. Actually, I do hope that I don't... That I find it very charming and amazing. And then I will probably ramble about it if I do find it charming, because I do that as well. Yeah, we can start with this one. The Treaty of Vassalage between the Haven and the Vol. We know that one. The years there, I think, are different depending on what country it is. Notes on decay. Queen Shireen III is wise. She's a pillar of justice among the rulers of Haven. Thus, I can write these notes without terror. This has not always been true. Haven is small. Our soldiers are few. If a vassal truly does not want us there, we can always be driven out. Thus, we have to find a group that will protect us and keep us there in return for what we give them. What we promise to give them. But that promise can never be kept, because there will always be another monarch. Maybe one cruel or inept or insane, or all of those. Then our promises are broken, but we're dead, so we don't see it. These are the ramblings of a madman. The people of the vassal, they feel it. Their opinions were never asked for. Sage Alaya over here. The Sage of Crossing Keep is sitting at her desk, sorting through piles of records. Most of the scrolls are old records that have been crumbling in these shelves for 40 years. She mutters, "Why is Gansky making me deal with this mess? It should all be burned." Then she sees you. "Oh, Prince Jeff, my apologies. I'm Sage Alaya. Welcome to the fort. I hope it's all right. What's your job here? The sage. Letters, records, battalion history. I take care of all that. Nothing important enough to bother you. Have you any leads on useful information? Hidden treasures? Really? You're asking if any of these trash scrolls say where treasure is? Yeah. Well, no luck. I'm sure there are mighty artifacts out there, but I don't know where. My only treasure is wisdom. I study history. I am working on a theory for how Haven works. What theory could that be? Her face falls. Flat? What does her face falls? Maybe she's upset. She suspects that she has made a mistake telling you. I've been researching. I'm working on an idea. The theory of inevitable decay. What is the theory of inevitable decay? She's nervous. Oh, it's a challenging idea and very undeveloped. It's not worth wasting your time. Also pseudoscientific. Inevitable decay. Like, you can't... If you say something is inevitable, you can never be disproven. Like, that can't be disproven. Well, I guess in certain circumstances it can. In historical sense, it can't. Because you just pointed all the things that decayed throughout history, right? And you say, oh, look at that. Everything is decaying, but what was doesn't mean that it always has to be, right? Because, that's a logical fallacy. So if you look at all the countries and all the empires and all the people, tribes, and races, all the people that have died or died out throughout the years either by being killed or by just decay, I suppose, or by being separated, split, and all that sort of stuff. You can look at those and see. You see, look at all those decaying, and then you look at the ones that didn't, and you say, well, but they will inevitably decay as well. And you can never be disproven, because while they don't decay, you can just keep saying they will inevitably decay. And that's why it's pseudoscientific, because it doesn't use the scientific method. Now, from an historical perspective, that is important, but it's not like historians do use the scientific method. It's just that it's bollocks. It's in historical terms, it is bollocks. Is what it is. I promise you that it is fine. Let's see what she says. She sighs and is trapped. It's just an idea about Haven and its vassals. Is that, well, that when a nation becomes our vassal, no matter how good things go, we bring ruin to it eventually. What sort of ruin does Haven bring? It varies, of course. War, starvation, poverty, chaos. Some think, well, not me, but, some say our supporting the Masha for so many years kept the Owen system going until war was the only way to resolve it. Others could say that you annexing the vassals is immediately you bringing misery to them right there and then, not eventually, just immediately. And that's arguable right there. You can argue that. Why does the ruin happen? Sometimes Haven gets a king or queen who's mad or cruel. Not Queen Shireen, of course, but, history. Even if the king or queen is good, they can put a bad governor in charge, or they can make a big mistake or enact bad policy because they're dumb or don't care, while still being good? I'm sure that's possible. With wisdom and careful management, the ruin doesn't have to happen. But that's impossible. Humans make mistakes. If being perfect is the only way to make a system work, it's a bad system. Yes, that is true. She remembers who she is talking to. I mean, some people say that, not me. No, it's fine. You can talk about all that systemic analysis, but you're gonna have to do that in the next episode because it's an interesting theory. Thank you, Prince. Of course, it's just a theory, and I don't believe it. Also, I don't know what theory means, especially in scientific terms, because that's hypotheses is what she might be referring to. Please don't tell the Queen about it. I'll get back to work now. And yes, it is just an hypothesis, because she didn't propose the methods through which... well, she should have did a little bit. A brief overview of the methods through which Haven brings ruination to all of their vassals. But yes, as I was saying, we're out of time. So for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Queen's Wish. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and leave a comment. Like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.